Good morning, everyone. This time, I'm hoping I've got it right. This time, what I've got is the correct page that I'm streaming to. I initially started in my Rod's Boundy page, not my Rod's Boundy profile, which hopefully there'll also be the comments being able to be brought up on screen here. So that's the aim. Now you see me. Yes. Good. Thank you for that, Shaz. And can you hear me? That's the concern that I've always had with starting and nobody in a comment chat stream to actually comment and say, there isn't any sound, there isn't any noise, I can't hear you, I'm lip reading. So, oh, well. Can you hear me, Shaz? Just as a quick please. Yeah, oh, great. Good. So now what I'm going to do is keep on with the reading. So here we go. I'll switch it around to that. And the lineup of the camera is pretty good this morning. So I've managed to get it reasonably straight. And this is using the BeLive beta app so that I can actually add in the two cameras without any hassle of trying to get the eCam coming in as a separate share screen. So I'm really liking that function. So what we're going to do is continue on with the explanations. You're going to get the side view of me here, or I'll just solo this. Then what you're going to do is hear my voice and not see me, which is probably even better. Yeah, and yes, all good. I'll just put that there. Thank you very much, Shaz, for that. Now, because my back is actually almost to the screen, I won't be able to see any other people's comments at the moment. Just right. Going to monitor that on my iPad, but at the moment I'll be concentrating on the reading because I think that's more important. At the moment, it's what you're joining in for. Remember the 2 rows of 9 cards as part of this daily practice. Each one of them is actually read as a pair. The first one we've got is to do with someone that we'll meet and what comes out of that meeting. So from this, it's to do with the abundance and change with the stork. Storks being the change, movement, probably even like re-nesting, that type of thing, setting up your nest and getting settled as well as part of that change and movement. It's preparing and coming for in time for the coming of what is, nesting. It is preparing for eggs and babies and new life and all of that. And here we have abundance in the fish. So the combination of those, I think, would indicate that there's going to be some very productive chats with someone that I might meet. It could be online. I'm not planning to go anywhere today. So that would potentially be something that I might even learn online from someone I see or chat with through the day. And then we move to someone that I care about and what they'll do with this one. This birds is the owls, of course, that is to do with the expanded deck, and it actually goes more into depth than what the usual 12 is, which is about the communication and, chatting about worries and having things sorted. And actually on the keyword list, it's actually got pregnancy with this card. So I would have no idea. I'm definitely past it. So, and someone I care about, well, it could still be some family or friends I know. But I'm not feeling that for this one. I think it's just having those chats, communication, and finishing something off. So there's a whether there's something that still has the dregs of what needs a completion, because that's what I'm feeling for this one. It's an ending of something that's going to be talked about. So we move on then with our story into the moon and the well being part of the expanded deck, as you're learning. And this is around someone who annoys me and what they'll do. So I think there's probably some digging deep into finding some of those darker irritations that are going to be, the annoyance is there for actually getting it going, tickling, stirring up, moving, getting things coming out into that light to be dealt with, I think, too. So that's what I think probably will be there. There's something that's going to surface out of the bottom of that well that might need to be dealt with. And the consoling, something that will happen to console me. Here's the other birds card. So it's to do with the communication and learning with books. I'm feeling it is learning. So there's something out of this that I'm needing to be learning from that annoyance, but it's actually going to sort it and console what needs to be resolved as well. I'm feeling a resolution in that one as well. Now I can see that I need to move the cards, the camera over again. So bear with me as I slide that across and get to the last card, because I think that should cover where we're at with the birds. Yes. And now we have in the center, which is the 5th pair, and that's to do with the something that awaits me. Well, I've had this ring, the commitment, for quite a while, something that's going to be a tie, my commitment to, I'm feeling it is to self and what I would like to have as a result of all the thinking and planning and everything that I'm doing. It has felt like it's been a bit of the throw of the dice. Oops, I'll just straighten that up if I can. I just need it to come down a bit. And, so many times the decisions that we make can be a roll of the dice. But the ring can be, for any of you watching out there, the ring being a contract, a tie, that commitment. Very definitely, there's something that I've decided for myself that I actually do want, that's waiting for me, and it feels to me that has some positive fruit. It's going to happen aspect around that. It wouldn't keep showing up otherwise. So with something that will help me, there's a more immediate communication, something in writing that's more, personal letter, personal communication, and the cross that I bear. So 36 is the cross, and that's about hardship and completing as well. It's got a finish to it. It's that load can actually be put down after having carried it for so long, which I find very interesting in this respect, because it's something that will help me. I'm feeling that allows me to actually put that down. That's done, completed, and out of the way. So I don't need to actually keep revisiting that. It's, that'll be interesting to see how I get the communication around that one today. The 7th pair is something that'll happen that'll surprise me. It's to do with travel and a young, the male energy, the younger man. So I'm feeling that is actually suggesting it's something to surprise me. It could be that there will be. My younger son may be planning to come over to visit. I think it might be that potential we could hear. We could actually hear of him having that confirmed that he's not working over Christmas and he could be visiting, because he lives in Western Australia and it's very difficult at times to work around having him here for Christmas. I'm planning to be over there at some point through to before the end of the year. So, and it could be me visiting my son. I don't know. That's something around the travel, because it is a few days to get over there and a few days back, of course. And I'll be spending more than just a few days in Western Australia. So now we've got, I'm just going to move that table out a bit. The camera is slid in as far as it'll go, and you can just see the shadows there. That's clearer? Yes. So now we've got in the 8th pair something that I desire, whether it'll happen or not. And there's that piece, there's the harvest. So my feeling around that is it's definitely something that will happen. And even though my keywords on this thing, I don't follow even them at the look of it. Danger, it's gotten severance. Well, it's an obvious thing with a scythe, but I don't see the danger unless you're handling it badly or swinging it round badly. I'm just seeing the harvest. I love that wheat. It's just so golden and ready to go. And this is the time of peace and rest and reflection because of the stained glass. So I think it's, the harvest time's in for me, and it's something that I desire. It's the rewards for the years of work, or, that's what's coming to mind. So yeah, feeling good about, and the something nice. This last pair is always the something nice, and that key and the magnifying glass, having more freedom and being able to look, to see the finer details in what life brings. That's what I'm seeing in that. So the creation of all of that story is, now what am I trying to do here? And that, yes, and I get the both of me back. That, rather than talking to a dead screen, seeing a dead screen, hearing a dead screen. Yeah. and now I can see there are the other comments. So hi Theone, how are you? And hi Emily, and you're in Melbourne, it looks like. So nice to have you here. Thank you very much. My intention with doing these daily readings is so that anyone that wants to learn different ways of reading cards, or just having a practice following me doing the actual way that I do my daily practice, I thought, well, if I am doing this daily, why not have it as the video, have it do it as the live stream so that it can help other people. It's the same with anything that we see in those, like those cards. I think I'm pointing the right way. In something like that, it's just the guidance. It's only a tool. And even though, as I've said on every other of my videos pretty much, even though it's my energy that's gone into shuffling these, and it's my energy around this reading and the reading that I'm having for through it, it is still a relevance for anybody else that's following along, just to see different ways of interpreting how the cards can be read. And it's the best person to actually do that is yourself, because you know the actual background of who you are and what you've experienced in life. Oh, thank you very much, Theone. That's great to share it around. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm wanting to lead this into being a bit more of a formal, I wouldn't say classes yet, because I'm still practicing with these myself. I mean, when you say it's actually practice, it's not that it's because I don't know what I'm doing with the cards. It's more exactly that. If it resonates, it is for you too. So you're taking from the cards what you understand is what you need, and your soul, that inner self, your higher self, whatever name you want to put towards that inner being that's you, your heart center, you'll understand, you'll know which piece is meant for you and how you're interpreting it for that relevance for your life as that guide. Because even though it's called a daily practice, it's actually something that's developing into a knowing and understanding better what my energy feels like as I'm actually reading the cards. So yes, even doctors practice medicine, and that's exactly what I'm trying to say, Theone. Without, I ramble, my tongue ties, and all the rest, and it's just because, well, I mean, my thoughts go so fast at times that the tongue, the mouth can't catch up, and that's just life. So, and that's why I really do like to take this time every morning to actually look at these cards and see. It's just sitting in the energy, I suppose. It's the time I can do and share with others how I'm feeling about what these are saying to me, and a way of interpreting them. You'll feel the difference of what it needs to be for you. You'll pick up those words. It is accessing that gut feeling, those first responses. You know how we have our thoughts come straight into the head as a first gut, the response. That's what it usually is. That's what the depth of the meaning is for you. So anyway, and I love that. The mouth works faster than the brain. Yeah, it works two ways, doesn't it? There's always of how we communicate. So, yeah, I'm even thinking, what do I say next? Because my brain's going too fast. So that's where I stumble. You know, it's like the the water as it runs over pebbles in a river. It's just too fast, catching up. Anyway, instead of having you listen to me rambling, it's gone on. I'm aiming to have these as only around the 15 minutes, so that it's actually getting into the reading. I don't want to do a diatribe or a war and peace on whatever it is I decide to talk about, because I could do it, but not logically. It'll be all over the place, and it's not what you want on a Sunday morning. What I'm going to say now is thank you very much for watching. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for being you, and the namaste. And that is my spirit and me recognize your spirit and you. I think that's the rough interpretation of what namaste is. So blessings to you through your day, and I'll check in again tomorrow morning on the right channel. It will be my Facebook profile, not the page. And we'll see you then. Bye for now. Oh, wrong one. Even that I couldn't get right. We'll see you tomorrow.